This is Akashvani Bengaluru. Good evening and welcome to tonight's Yuvavani. You will now listen to Manasa K.C. She's a young CA aspirant. She also diligently endeavors to hone her leadership skills. And it is the wisdom she has gained in the process that she will share with us today.
Good evening, Bengaluru. I'm Manasa K.C., 21 years old, and I'm a commerce graduate, also a CA aspirant, and I just gave my CA intermediate examination November 2023. Today's episode is of me talking about how important few aspects in life are. And today, the objective is about leadership. Leadership as a responsibility, leadership as an attribute, and leadership as a passion. We all are aware leadership is such an exciting topic because it adds character and mostly it molds a person having given a personality to him or her. This is a topic that I really cherish to talk about because it reminds me of my pre university days where I led the team as a joint secretary and commerce secretary of the student union. Learning, unlearning, evolving, taking responsibilities, being accountable for the mistakes, and taking steps to correct it. Today, looking back, it was all the journey and it brought out the leader in me that I never knew I existed. And also, this is a topic I could gather a lot of inspiration from. In totality, we all will agree that being excellent at studies, accompanied with a leadership quality, will take us farther in life. Now, before we go any further, I ask a question to you all, hoping you could find an answer by the time I end my talking. So, my question to you all is what is leadership according to you as an individual? Keep pondering. Now, getting back, there are a lot of hypothetical questions that one has to answer themselves with regards to leadership. What's your framework to say yes to something and no to something else? How do you know the impact of your decisions? How do you react when things don't go as planned? Do you take responsibility or look for a target to blame? And do you walk the talk? You can't have different set of rules for yourself and your team. Acceptable behaviors have to be aligned. Gone are the days people follow an authoritative person who just brings rulebook to the table. The followers are now the believers of leadership is neither a position nor a title. It's action and example. And for the people who must be thinking, oh, easier said than done, of course it's not easy, my friends. Nothing is, to be honest. You get paid for what you earn, and for the gain of leadership, the only way is to go out of your comfort zone and become the highest version of yourself. Because there is so much grace a person carries when they walk the pathway to the unknown. And it's quite overwhelming when it is not just you, but there's a team you have to lead. But trust me, the outcome is the most rewarding one, and it's not about the outcome. It's entirely about who you choose to become in the process. Sometimes it's not just the advisor you become, it is also about confidence, optimism, respect, humor, integrity, accountability, communication, courage, empathy, and whatnot that you gain. So, most of you questioning what's the science behind leadership, here are some of the characteristics you can work on, one step at a time. Because once a great man said, good things takes time. Becoming a leader is not an overnight task. It's a raw material work in progress to finish goods. And it doesn't end there. It's a continuous improvement. Like I mentioned before, being the joint secretary and commerce secretary during my college days really was one of the best happenings of my life because it was not restricted to the post but the opportunities I got through them. Being a speaker, comparing the events, organizing, and taking notes from the most established faculties and the best principal of the times. Her name is Lata Vijaya Krishnan ma'am, who added nothing but values making it better for a student union. She's an iconic personality with such wisdom embodied to this day, she's my inspiration, and forever it is, to be honest. Ma'am was a human behavior hacker. Every single decision that she mostly took were based on how everyone else functioned. She inspired us to believe in ourselves and to strive for greatness. And studying the patterns left me with wonders, and this in fact still fascinates me. When I started, was I already a leader? No, absolutely not. I learned my way through it. And yes, for most of you wondering, leadership can be taught and learned. Here's a small story regarding the same. In a bustling city, there was a small startup company struggling to stay afloat in the competitive market. Sarah, a seasoned employee, found herself unexpectedly thrust into a leadership role when the company CEO had to take sudden leave due to personal reasons. Despite feeling uncertain and unprepared, Sarah knew she had to step up to guide her team through this challenging period. She didn't possess any flashy charisma often associated with leaders, but she had a quiet determination and a deep understanding of her team's strengths and weaknesses. She began by fostering an open dialogue within the team, encouraging everyone to voice their ideas and concerns. Sarah recognized the value in each team member's unique perspective and skill set, ensuring that everyone felt heard and valued. Sarah was also realistic about the company's situation. Instead of making grand promises, she communicated transparently, acknowledging the difficulties ahead while instilling a sense of hope and purpose among them. She emphasized collaboration and efficiency, setting clear goals and providing the necessary resources for everyone to succeed. Her leadership style was not about commanding from the top, but about working alongside the team. She actively participated in the task, showing solidarity and willingness to learn from a team. Through her actions, she earned the respect and trust. Over time, Sarah's steady guidance and genuine care for the team's well being began to yield results. Morale improved, productivity increased, and the team started to overcome the challenges they faced. Although the journey was difficult, Sarah's authentic leadership style, rooted in empathy, transparency, and collaboration, played a pivotal role in steering the companies through turbulent waters. Her approach didn't rely on bravado or imposing authority, but on building a supportive and united team striving towards a common goal. Sarah's story became a testament to the power of genuine, mature leadership in navigating uncertain times. It was a transformational leadership. Now, the calendar of life is never in our hands. One can never predict the happenings of the very next second. The lucky ones are motivated and inspired as they sail through and sail others. And hence, the characteristics are: number one, visionary. A leader often has a clear vision of the future and inspires others to share the work towards that vision. For instance, Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, is known for his visionary ideas in revolutionizing transportation and space exploration. And the second one being effective communication. Strong communication skills are vital for a leader to convey ideas. Example, me sitting here and recording instructions and goals clearly. An example is Oprah Winfrey, who is a skilled communicator and has inspired millions through her talk shows and philanthropic efforts. Number three, empathy and emotional intelligence. A leader who understands and empathizes with others fosters a positive environment. Satya Nadella, the CEO of Microsoft, is known for his empathetic leadership style, emphasizing teamwork and collaboration within the company. Number four being decision making. Leaders make informed and timely decisions. Angela Merkel, the former Chancellor of Germany, was recognized for her decisive leadership during critical times in the European Union. Number five being resilience. Effective leaders are resilient and can navigate through challenges. Indra Nooyi, the former CEO of Pepsi Company, demonstrated a resilience leadership by successfully steering the company through changing consumer preferences and economic fluctuations. Sixth, innovation and adaptability. Great leaders encourage innovation and adapt to changing circumstances. Example, Jeff Bezos. Number seven, integrity and ethics. Leaders with strong moral values and integrity inspire trust. Warren Buffett, the CEO of Berkshire Hathaway, is highly regarded for his ethical approach to business and investments. If you have noticed, I gave an example for each of the traits I just mentioned. Why? Because if they can, so can you. And now that you understand what are the characteristics of a leader, here are four steps you can inculcate to become one or to be better at whatever you're doing. Number one, seek feedback. Ask for feedback from colleagues, mentors, or team members to understand your strengths and areas of improvement. Act on this feedback constructively. The second one being build relationships. Cultivate strong relationships with team members, peers, and stakeholders. Show genuine interest in their well being and foster a positive and inclusive environment. Number three being lead by example. Demonstrate the value and behaviors you expect from your team. Integrity, accountability, and strong work ethic can inspire others to follow suit. By this, I mean I'm a person who wants excitement to be alive throughout the work. This keeps us energetic, passionate, and with congruence of the work that we are doing. And I cannot expect my team members to exhibit this excitement by being a dull duck myself. Being a leader, I need to facilitate and contribute to an environment where my team can work functionally. Number four, continuous learning. Invest in yourself. Invest time in learning about leadership theories, best practices, and new trends. Read books, attend workshops, take courses, and seek mentorship opportunities. If I have to suggest some books you can read on are number 1, Leaders Eat Last by Simon Sinek. This book explores the concept of true leadership and how putting others first can create stronger, more effective organization. The second one being The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, by far one of the most popular one, written by Stephen R. Covey. Everyone knows about this. This classic book presents 7 principles for personal and professional effectiveness that are widely applicable in leadership roles. Number 3, Start with Why by Simon Sinek. Sinek explores the importance of understanding why behind actions, which is crucial for effective leadership and inspiring others. Now, for every light, there's a shadow, and the shadow work for leadership, which could be undermined if ego comes into the picture, is wisdom. Wisdom is the highest level of intellectual maturity that man's mind can reach. Wisdom of head can be linked to super intelligence, whereas wisdom of heart can be linked to super emotional intelligence, guided by intuition. We cannot say which one is better because wisdom is ultimate possession. Either of this is sufficient to make the processor content and successful. If one's thoughts are right, actions and efforts automatically align themselves accordingly. And our thought becomes wise through reading, introspection, pondering, and reflection. The hardships, ailments, pain, miseries, twists of events, strangers becoming friends, and friends turning to foes, fateful experiences add meaning to our very existence and open the doors to our inner and outer self. As the saying goes, teach me and I'll forget. Show me, I might remember. Involve me and I will never forget. Coming to the last segment, my answer to the question that I asked in the beginning: what is leadership according to you? The answer is thinking like a proton, always positive, because nothing can dim the true spirit light that shines from within and shine on others. Thank you, everyone.
You were listening to a talk by Manasa K.C. She delivered invaluable insights into developing the leader within each of us.